Hey everybody, welcome to our next exit. This is our June expense report for June 2020. And I know I'm a little bit late, but better late than never, I guess. There's still a number of you guys that are preparing to start this lifestyle, and I know you enjoy getting these, so we're going to go ahead and put this one out as quick as we can. Just to give a real quick update on our lifestyle. This expense report includes everything that we spend for the whole month. It doesn't include any charities that or money or gifts that we give away. We went to a baby shower this couple days ago. None of that stuff is in there. It doesn't include. We just got rid of all of our storage units. We never included that, but now that's totally gone, so we don't have those expenses anymore. And then we just recently purchased a home in Yuma, Arizona. So I can start tracking those expenses as much for us as for this spreadsheet, but it may help some of you guys that are deciding if you want to go full-time or if you want to keep a home or buy a home and do part-time RVing and part-time at a sticks and bricks location. So we're going to start including that down in the section below. We're 1,000 Trails members. We paid cash. We don't owe any money. We have no mortgage, no credit card payments, none of that kind of stuff. We purchased 1,000 Trails membership, a used one for $4,000, and that allows us to camp for free at the 81,000 Trails campgrounds that are scattered around the country. They're kind of on the coast, East Coast, down in Texas, and then up on the West Coast. So we can stay there for free up to 21 days, and then we can go straight to another 1,000 Trails. So theoretically, we could stay in 1,000 Trails all year long for free. There are some annual dues for 1,000 Trails. We'll go over that in a minute. Real quick, let me tell you about the spreadsheet. Over here on this column here, this is all of the line items we have. We broke everything down to fit into these line items. We've been full-time RVing for 37 months. We started in June of 2017, and then this is June of obviously 2020, so 37 months. This column here is our expenses for the June of 2020. This column here is our expenses for the last 12 months. So that'd be June of 2020 back to July of 2019. This column here is those 12 months expenses divided by 12 to give us a monthly average for the last 12 months. And then this column here is we've been doing this. The spreadsheet goes all the way back, as you can see, to June of 2017. So that column this column here is those 37 months divided by 37 to give you the average of what each line item has cost us for the last 37 months, what it's cost average per month. This row here is our average right here for the last 12 months for diesel fuel, average cost per night of diesel fuel for the last 12 months, and then the average cost of diesel fuel for the last 37 months. This column here is our fuel cost per mile driven. Runs about 50 cents. As you can see, it varies depending on when we purchase gas and stuff. It runs about 50 cents a mile for diesel costs. And then our average campsite cost per night. We try to get around $8. We want to be under 10, and I think we're running around 8. When this column populates, we'll see where that number is now. So let's kind of get it on. Let's start the spreadsheet. We drove 2,255 miles for the month of June of 2020. The last 12 months we've driven 5,900 miles. We average almost 500 miles a month. And since we started, we've averaged almost 700 miles a month. We moved 7 times. We started out, we moved into the home that we purchased in May. So we're in our new home June the 1st, June the 2nd. We drove to Las Vegas. We made 2 trips to Las Vegas to empty our storage sheds. We had 2 storage sheds. We moved all that stuff up. So we went up to Las Vegas. We stayed in a KOA for the first couple of nights. Then we came back for 5 days and got everything unloaded. We went back to Vegas. This time we stayed in the Thousand Trails campground. And then we came back and unloaded that. We were there 5 more nights. Then we went up to Soledad. Our friends Jeff and Lori, we did some caravanning with them. That'll be in our next video. We went to the Thousand Trails campground in Soledad, California for a night. And then we split off from Jeff and Lori. They stayed there for a week. And we went to Lake Tahoe for 7 nights, and then we went over to our grandkids' home in just outside of Elko, Nevada, for a couple of nights in June. So we moved 7 times. We spent 15 nights in Thousand Trails campgrounds, and we spent 15 nights outside of Thousand Trails campgrounds. We spent $765 on diesel fuel. For the last 12 months, we've spent almost $2,900. We average about $250 for the last 12 months. And for the 37 months, we've averaged about $328 a month for diesel fuel. And as you can see, this month, it only averaged 34 cents for each mile driven in diesel fuel. But for the last 12 months, it's averaged 49 cents and 48 cents since we started. Campgrounds, we spent $184. So our Thousand Trails dues are $643. We divide that by 12, and then we put $54 per month into our expense report to cover that for the whole 12 months. And then we spent we canceled our RPI membership, and we canceled our Encore Trails Collection membership, because we're not going to be staying in any of those campgrounds for the next foreseeable future. So we're saving that. So for the month, we had $54 for our monthly dues. We bought a Nevada Senior Camping Pass, lets us stay in the Nevada State Parks for $10 a night. We were going to go to Washoe Lake, but we had to cancel that. And so we may have wasted that $30. I don't know if we'll be back to Nevada. We spent $86 at the Las Vegas KOA. We spent $14 at the Las Vegas Thousand Trails we upgraded up to 50 amp service. Some of the Thousand Trails parks charge you extra for 50 amp service, and some of them don't. So for the month of June, we averaged $6.12 a night camping fees, and then $8.71 for the last 12 months, and $8.79 for 37 months. So we're staying under that $10. Motorhome repairs. We're having trouble with our RV heating up, the engine heating up. Driving back and forth to Vegas, it was 103, 105 degrees, and not any mountains, but just some small hills. And we were heating up, getting our check engine light coming on, because it was so hot outside, and the engine just wasn't cooling the fan and radiator wasn't keeping the engine cool. So we converted our electronic fan control, and those historically have gone bad, and we changed it over to a wax valve. That it's just wax. When it melts, then it lets the hydraulic fluid flow, and then when the engine warms up, I think it's 195 degrees, it starts melting that wax, and then by 215 it's totally melted, and the fan's coming on full blast. So anyway, that was $728. We had to pull off our thermostat housing and have a saddle welded onto it so we could screw in the wax valve, the sensing unit, and had a probe stick down into the radiator water. That cost us $50. And then we changed all of our antifreeze, flushed the system out a couple of times, put in new antifreeze, bought a new improved thermostat that was $70. We bought a little step for $60. We just have one step below our door, and sometimes the RV's up kind of high and we need an extra little step. And then we had the RV washed at the Alamo. That's a truck stop I used to manage for about 10 years. But we went there and went through the truck wash. We bought some reflectics to put on the windows to keep the sun out of the coach, to help keep it cooler in the coach. And we bought a couple of radiator caps we're experimenting with, a 10-pound cap and a 16-pound cap. And I lost a 10-pound, so We may get another one. And then miscellaneous hardware. All of that added up to $1,200 for maintenance. And we average $584 a month for the last 12 months and $700, almost $800 a month for the last 37 months. That's probably one of the biggest line items for us and for a lot of you guys that are thinking of this lifestyle is maintenance. How much should I budget for maintenance? Auto gas repairs, registration for the car, $228, $180 in gasoline, and $10 for a wash. RV and auto, we spent $15. We have our annual, these are annual prices, $1,550 for our RVers full-timers insurance. That's going to almost cut in half because we got rid of our full-timers insurance and just put regular RV insurance now that we own a home and have homeowners insurance. The car cost us $834 for insurance, and we have $1 million umbrella policy, cost us $286. We add those up, divide by 12, and that comes to $223. And the 99 annual roadside insurance, we paid that last month, so I have to take that out. So this should just be $223. I'll change that afterwards. So $223 is what we had for RV insurance, RV and car insurance. Groceries, $746. That's everything that we spend. If we buy it in the grocery store, it goes in this line item, whether it's paper towels, toilet paper, dog food, anything, aspirins, Band-Aids, goes in here. If we buy it in a grocery store, it goes in this line item. We averaged the last 12 months $900. Well, really, since we started, we've averaged about $900. Dining out, we finally started going back out to restaurants a little bit, $244, average $227, $250. So we're right back about where we've been average for dining out. Internet and cell phone, we have 2 cell phones. We have one high-speed unlimited data jetpack. That's all with Verizon, and then $10 smartwatch monthly fee. So we add up, oh, we don't add up, that's $209 a month for our phones and our internet. DirecTV, for some reason, I was supposed to be getting it for a year for $14, and they raised it up $10. I'm not sure why. We were paying like $90, but we called them and canceled, and they made us a deal. Medical, we have we're on Medicare. Part A is free with Medicare. Part B costs us $149 a month, $145 a month each, so that equals $290. Our Part D for prescription drugs, that's $13. We don't take much of any prescriptions, so we got a pretty cheap thing there. And then we have a Plan G Medigap insurance. That covers what Medicare doesn't pay. And that for Pearl's $125, for me is $131. So the total there is $572. Pet care, we had Tinker groomed. Yeah, bath and grooming once. 13 recreation. Oh, we bought paperback books to read while we was self-isolating. Computer, nothing in computer. Well, that's going to balance right back out because I didn't get that put in. I thought I had it. $99, we pay an annual fee for Microsoft Office, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, all of that. So I need to add $99 here and take off $100 up there. So we still got the correct total. Clothing, $21, just, I don't know what Pearl bought, but something. And then mail, nothing. So for the month of June, we spent $47.95. That averages $160 a day. For the last 12 months, we've averaging $45,200. And since we've been on living the RV lifestyle, we've averaged $49,750, so almost $50. So we brought it down about $5,000, and that's mostly due to, in 2019, we had a $10,000 repair bill. So that's our expense report. Here's what our home, now this is all new. I'm going to probably be changing some stuff. But this is all the bills that we've got for that house. So property taxes, we're estimating, I think they paid right at $2,500 last year. So we divided that by 12 and it roughly costs us $186 a month. Our insurance is $525 a year, so we're putting $44 a month in. Pest control, I mean, we've got rattlesnakes all around. I've already run into one while I was out walking down on the street just a couple of blocks away. We got scorpions, tarantulas, just all kind of stuff. So the key, they said, not for the snakes, but for the scorpions and stuff, is keep all the other bugs away. Be sure and have your house sprayed regularly, and that keeps the food source for the scorpions and stuff gone. And with not only with me and Pearl, but Tinker, any of those things would kill her if she got bit. So we're taking that serious about pest control. I have never run into this. They've got a thing called Rural Metro Fire and 911. Depending on the size of your house and what it's made out of and all kind of stuff, they charge us $321 a year if you have a fire or need an ambulance to come, let's just stick with the fire, to come and put out the fire. If you don't buy this insurance, they still come, but the city, it's not a free service with your property taxes. It's in the county of Yuma. So they charge you what they charge you, and it runs, $8,000 to $20,000 to have them guys respond. So it's quite expensive if they show up, and everybody we've met has it. So we've got that, and the insurance I think requires you to have it. So we average $27 a month for that. Maintenance and repairs. Since we've been in, we spent $1,300 on having the air conditioner fixed. There's a number of things, I didn't put them all down in here, that we've done just to get it ready. But we're going to average about, we're going to put in here $100 a month. There's just always maintenance and repairs for homes. This is our electric bill. We've been gone now. We've got the thermostat set at 95 degrees, or 93 degrees. So it won't let it get any warmer than that, and it's running 105 or 7, I think, down there now. Last month when we were there, most of them, or 3/4 of the month, it was like $140. So that's probably what, when we're there, it probably cost us $150 a month, and when we're gone, probably a little under $100. Far West Water and Sewer, that's $80. The water we could turn off, but we do have a little drip system for, if you've seen our videos, there's a number of cactus things out there, and we've got some drip water going to that. And then, but the sewer, they won't let you turn off, and that's $65. So the water is like $20, and the sewer is like $60. And you can't, whether you're there or not, you got to pay it. Our internet is $59 with CenturyLink, and we have all of our cameras so that we can look and watch the property and turn lights off and on. We have the doors. If any door or window is open, it'll send us an alert. If there's movement in the shop, the garage, or the house, it'll send us an alert. So we got to keep internet on all the time. Trash disposals, $25 a month. Southwest Gas, $17. So the total that we spent, $670 in June, or about $22 a day. So I'll be fine-tuning this as we get more data, but we're running about 600. Now of this 670, we were paying $350 for storage fees that we're not paying now. So the way we figure it now, it's only cost it $300 extra to have the house once we paid for the house. But $670. We don't have a mortgage. We paid cash, and that's why there's no mortgage payment in here or not. And this is probably not of interest to anybody but me, but to move from Las Vegas to Yuma, it's like 350 miles, something like that. I'm just too old. I can't do this stuff anymore. I did all of it moving from Reno to Las Vegas, and that was 10 years ago, and that was tough, but now it's just would be impossible. Anyway, we spent $1,900 to have, we had a couple of different crews, one in Vegas and one in Yuma, to load and unload the truck. So $1,900 for those guys. We had to rent 2 trucks. We went down, came back, and then went back to Vegas for the last load. The trucks was $1,000, and then the fuel for the trucks was $600. So $3,500 it cost us to move our stuff. So we spent dang near $15,000 to store that stuff and then get it moved to Yuma, which was, if you're thinking about this lifestyle, think long and hard on what you store and what you're going to get rid of. I recommend, if you've got some furniture you really like, I'm glad we kept our bedroom furniture, and I've got some tools and equipment that I'm glad that we kept. But for the most part, I sure wish we'd have got rid of all that stuff. So that's pretty much covers June. It's kind of a quick one, and I had a couple mistakes in there. Sorry about that, but I'll correct those for next month. So that covers it. I hope this helps you. Till we see you again, keep the wheels rolling, stay safe. We'll see you at the next exit, guys. Bye-bye.